Welcome to Global Discovery Hub. Today, we're exploring Berlin, Germany's vibrant capital city, situated in northeastern Germany along the banks of the Spree and Havel rivers. Spanning approximately 892 square kilometers, Berlin is not only Germany's largest city, but also a unique cultural and historical center that has played a pivotal role in European history. Berlin's story is unlike any other major European capital. Established in the 13th century, Berlin served as the capital of Prussia, the German Empire, the Weimar Republic, and Nazi Germany before becoming a divided city during the Cold War. Split between East and West for nearly 3 decades since reunification in 1990, Berlin has reinvented itself as a global hub for politics, culture, arts, and innovation. Home to approximately 3.7 million people representing over 190 nationalities, Berlin stands as one of Europe's most diverse and multicultural cities. This cosmopolitan metropolis embraces its complicated past while boldly facing the future, creating a distinctive urban environment where history and modernity coexist at every corner. Today, we'll explore how Berlin's rich historical tapestry has woven itself into the city's contemporary cultural landscape. Berlin through the ages. Berlin's historical journey begins in the 13th century as a small trading settlement, but it truly began to flourish in the 17th and 18th centuries under Prussian rule. The reign of Frederick the Great transformed Berlin into a center of Enlightenment thought and Baroque architecture, with magnificent structures like the Brandenburg Gate standing as enduring symbols of this golden age. The 19th century saw Berlin emerge as the capital of the German Empire, fueling rapid industrialization and population growth. Grand boulevards, museums, and imperial buildings constructed during this period still define much of Berlin's architectural character today. However, the 20th century brought unprecedented upheaval. After defeat in World War I, Berlin became the center of the progressive Weimar Republic, experiencing a cultural renaissance during the Golden Twenties. This creative flourishing was brutally cut short by the rise of the Nazi regime, which used Berlin as its administrative center, while transforming the cityscape with grandiose, neoclassical architecture meant to reflect Germany's imperial ambitions. A city divided and reunited. Perhaps no chapter in Berlin's history is more iconic than its division during the Cold War. Following World War II, Berlin was partitioned among the Allied powers, eventually consolidating into democratic West Berlin and communist East Berlin. The Berlin Wall, constructed in 1961, physically divided the city for 28 years, becoming the most powerful symbol of the Iron Curtain separating Eastern and Western Europe. Life on either side of the wall developed along dramatically different paths. East Berlin, as the capital of the German Democratic Republic, embraced socialist ideals reflected in standardized Plattenbauten apartment blocks and grand Soviet-style boulevards like Karl Marx Allee. Meanwhile, West Berlin evolved as an island of Western culture, becoming a laboratory for progressive architecture, countercultural movements, and artistic experimentation. The fall of the Berlin Wall on November 9, 1989, marked one of the most significant moments in modern European history. As Berliners from both sides climbed atop the wall in celebration, the world witnessed the beginning of German reunification and the end of the Cold War era. The subsequent process of reintegrating the divided city has defined Berlin's development over the past 3 decades. Architectural time capsule. Berlin's tumultuous history has created an architectural landscape unlike any other major European capital. Rather than displaying a single cohesive style, Berlin offers a patchwork of different eras and ideologies frozen in stone and concrete. Museum Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, houses 5 world-class museums in magnificent 19th-century neoclassical buildings. The Berlin Cathedral, with its impressive dome, stands as a testament to Imperial Germany's ambitions. Meanwhile, Soviet-era structures like the TV Tower at Alexanderplatz provide a stark contrast with their utilitarian aesthetic. Following reunification, Berlin embarked on ambitious architectural projects symbolizing the new Germany. The glass dome of the renovated Reichstag building, designed by Norman Foster, offers panoramic views while symbolizing governmental transparency. The modern government quarter along the Spree River showcases forward-looking design while acknowledging the weight of German history. Most fascinating, perhaps, are the city's deliberate architectural voids, places where buildings were destroyed and never replaced, creating spaces for reflection. The memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe, with its 2,000 concrete slabs near Brandenburg Gate, exemplifies Berlin's commitment to confronting its darkest chapters through thoughtful design. Cultural Crucible. Today's Berlin thrives as a cultural powerhouse that embraces both high culture and underground scenes with equal enthusiasm. The city hosts 3 major opera houses, over 150 museums and galleries, and countless theaters. Yet its true cultural identity emerges after dark in its legendary nightlife. Berlin's club scene, epitomized by venues like Berghain, housed in a former power station, has redefined global electronic music culture. The city's permissive atmosphere and affordable living costs have attracted artists, musicians, and creative minds from around the world, establishing Berlin as a place where cultural boundaries are continuously pushed and reimagined. The city's diversity is celebrated through numerous cultural festivals throughout the year. The Carnaval der Kulturen showcases Berlin's multicultural identity with a parade of over 4,000 participants from different ethnic backgrounds. The Berlinale, one of the world's leading film festivals, brings cinema from across the globe to appreciative Berlin audiences. A city of neighborhoods. To truly understand Berlin, one must explore its distinct Kieze, or neighborhoods, each with its own character and history. Kreuzberg, once pressed against the Berlin Wall, developed a rebellious spirit that persists in its vibrant street art, Turkish markets, and alternative lifestyle. Prenzlauer Berg, in former East Berlin, has transformed from a working-class district to a fashionable area filled with young families and organic cafes. Neukölln represents Berlin's newest melting pot, where traditional immigrant communities blend with international newcomers. Charlottenburg in the west maintains an air of old-world elegance with its palace and upscale shopping boulevards. Meanwhile, Mitte, straddling what was once the dividing line between east and west, has emerged as the reunified city's central district, mixing historical landmarks with contemporary galleries and startups. These neighborhoods tell the story of Berlin's evolution through their architecture, demographics, and cultural offerings. Unlike many European capitals that developed outward in concentric rings, Berlin's growth has been more fragmented, creating a city that feels like a collection of villages, each with its own center and distinctive atmosphere. Confronting the Past. Perhaps what makes Berlin truly unique is its approach to remembering history. Rather than hiding difficult chapters, Berlin has developed a culture of remembrance that directly confronts the darkest moments of Germany's past. Memorial sites like the Topography of Terror, built on the former headquarters of the Gestapo and SS, provide unflinching education about Nazi crimes. The preservation of concentration camp sites like Sachsenhausen on Berlin's outskirts ensures that Holocaust history remains accessible. Meanwhile, the East Side Gallery, a 1.3-kilometer preserved section of the Berlin Wall covered in murals, stands as both a memorial to division and a celebration of freedom's triumph. This commitment to historical transparency extends to museums like the DDR Museum, which offers an immersive look at everyday life in East Germany, and the Jewish Museum, whose architecture by Daniel Libeskind physically embodies the rupture in German Jewish history caused by the Holocaust. Culinary Crossroads. Berlin's food scene reflects its status as a global crossroads. Traditional German cuisine can be found in historic beer gardens and restaurants serving hearty dishes like Eisbein, pork knuckle, and currywurst, Berlin's signature street food combining pork sausage with curry-spiced ketchup. Yet Berlin's true culinary identity emerges through its immigrant communities. The significant Turkish population has made the doner kebab a Berlin institution, while Vietnamese, Lebanese, and Italian influences abound throughout the city. Recent years have seen an explosion of international cuisine, as well as farm-to-table restaurants, emphasizing local Brandenburg produce. Berlin's cafe culture deserves special mention, from third-wave coffee shops in Kreuzberg to historic establishments like Café Einstein. Berlin's cafes serve as social hubs where locals and visitors alike can experience the city's distinctive pace of life. Green Metropolis. Despite its urban character, Berlin ranks among Europe's greenest capitals. The massive Tiergarten Park in the city center provides 520 acres of lush greenery and serene lakes. Tempelhof Field, a former airport transformed into public parkland, offers a uniquely Berlin experience as joggers and cyclists traverse former runways while urban gardeners cultivate community plots. Berlin's relationship with nature extends to the surrounding Brandenburg region, where countless lakes offer escape during summer months. Within the city itself, urban beaches pop up along the Spree River, and abandoned lots transform into community gardens, reflecting Berliners' determination to carve nature from urban spaces. Innovation and reinvention. Today's Berlin continues its tradition of reinvention as a hub for technology startups, creative industries, and sustainable development. The city that once epitomized division now demonstrates how urban spaces can be regenerated and reimagined. Former power stations become nightclubs, Nazi bunkers transform into art galleries, and airport hangars house refugee shelters, all embodying Berlin's pragmatic creativity. This spirit of innovation extends to Berlin's approach to urban challenges. The city leads in bicycle infrastructure, communal housing projects, and grassroots initiatives addressing gentrification and preservation of cultural spaces. While other European capitals often feel like finished masterpieces, Berlin remains a work in progress, continually negotiating between preserving its unique character and embracing necessary change. The Berlin Experience. What makes Berlin truly special is its distinctive atmosphere, a certain rawness and authenticity that persists despite increasing gentrification. Berlin does not aim to be pretty in the conventional sense. Instead, it offers something more valuable: space for experimentation, tolerance for differences, and room to breathe in an increasingly conformist world. Berliners have a saying: Berlin ist arm, aber sexy. Berlin is poor but sexy, a phrase that captures the city's prioritization of creativity and lifestyle over material wealth. Though economic realities are changing, this spirit continues to attract those seeking alternatives to conventional urban life. Berlin's journey from divided city to global cultural capital offers powerful lessons about resilience, reconciliation, and reinvention. Few places have experienced such dramatic historical ruptures, yet emerged with such vibrant creativity. As a city that has repeatedly been destroyed and rebuilt, divided and reunited, Berlin stands as testimony to humanity's capacity for both terrible destruction and remarkable regeneration. For visitors and residents alike, Berlin provides a living laboratory where history is not confined to museums, but remains tangible in everyday life. Its willingness to confront difficult truths while boldly imagining new possibilities makes Berlin a city that resonates far beyond its borders. Thank you for joining us on Global Discovery Hub to explore Berlin's rich history and diverse culture. If you enjoyed this video, we have a special gift prepared just for you with more fascinating insights about Berlin. Simply subscribe to our channel, like this video, and take a screenshot that you can send to our email address in the comments section below. Your gift will be sent directly to your inbox. Until next time, keep exploring our fascinating world.